Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmates. By the way, I am Christine Saludar Macaldo, a presenter of Group 2, and now I will present to you the short background of the company. Apple Computers Incorporated was founded on April 1, 1976 by college dropouts Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, who brought to the new company a vision of changing the way people view computers. Jobs and Wozniak wanted to make computers small enough for people to have them in their homes or offices. Simply put, they wanted a computer that was user-friendly. The iPhone, a touchscreen cellular phone, introduced in 2007, was one of the most successful products in the world, and the company has released several versions since then, as well as other popular products of Apple, such as iPad tablet and Apple Watch. Most recently, Apple has expanded its services segments with its credit card or Apple Card. In Apple News for news, Apple Arcade for games, and the Apple TV Plus for streaming original content produced by Apple. The popularity of iPhone made Apple the first company valued at $1 trillion in 2018, and 2 years later, it doubled that figure. The Apple exemplifies Apple's knack for creating excitement about products among its fiercely loyal consumer base, who keep attention focused on the company.
Raw materials used in making an iPhone. Each phone contains a number of metals, and it takes many different materials to create an iPhone. However, the raw materials used are gold, copper, aluminum, and 90% of rare earth elements. The phone also uses iron, silicon, cobalt, hydrogen, chrome, and nickel in varying quantities, and other materials such as gallium, tin, and tungsten. But where do the raw materials of iPhone came from? The design of every new iPhone starts at Apple's headquarters at Cupertino, California. But the resources needed to make this design a reality came from all over the world. The gold came from Peru, the copper came from Chile, aluminum came from Canada and China, since Canada is the largest exporter of aluminum to the US, while China is the world's biggest aluminum producer. There is far more aluminum which is used to make your phone outer case than any other metals. Aluminum comprises around 24% of an iPhone's mass. 90% of rare earth elements like yttrium and europium and naturally occurring solid whose combination comprises essential iPhone's part are mined in Mongolia. It is crucial to iPhone's function. They're used in the phone battery as well as to help give the display screen color and make the phone vibrate when you get a text. Most of the extraction takes place in peripheral nation where a lot of its environmental impacts can easily go unnoticed.
Countries involved manufacturing. The manufacture of iPhone mostly takes place in East and Southeast Asia, where the labor force is cheap and abundant. China, Taiwan, Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, Malaysia, and Indonesia are the main countries that bear those characteristics and participate in the manufacture of iPhone. While several Asian countries assemble the iPhone, the phone is mostly assembled in China. It is estimated that over 80% of the iPhone 5s are assembled in Chinese factories, which have some significant advantage over US factories. Foxconn is a Taiwanese company that specializes in electronic assembly. It manufactured most of the iPhone in the world. One of the biggest advantage it has is the amazing assembly line.
Kinds of technology used in the manufacturing. In their latest infographic, the team over at comparecamp.com that is presented in gallery form revealed the thick manufacturing web that Apple developed for the release of iPhone 6. It exposes the journey through 785 suppliers, 31 countries and million hands, both human and robotic, that the iPhone 6 takes on its way to market. Apple's existing suppliers are already use robots in iPhone manufacturing. Robots place 60,000 employees at just one Foxconn factory in the year 2016. In order to insource manufacturing to the US, big tech firms inevitably seek out technological solutions to the problem they face. And it means that rather than hiring and training tens of thousands of US workers, they are far more likely to purchase a bunch of robots to do the job, with a much smaller number of highly trained engineers to oversee the process.
Countries where it is sold. In April 2017, 728 million iPhones were in use worldwide, wherein China is the country where people use the most iPhones, followed by Apple's home market, the United States. At that time, 228 million iPhones were in use in China and 120 million in the United States. Although more iPhones are in use in China than in US, Apple has a greater presence in their home country more than anywhere else in the world. Last November 24, 2017, Apple announced that the flagship of new iPhone are available in a total of 70 countries, and countries include are Albania, Bosnia, Cambodia, Kosovo, Macau, Macedonia, Malaysia, Montenegro, Serbia, South Africa, South Korea, Thailand, and Turkey.
And lastly, the two taglines or slogans of the product and its explanation. First, Apple reinvents the phone. This is the only iPhone that was launched many months after being announced. Steve Jobs introduced the handset on January 9, 2007, but it was only half a year later on June 29, where customers were able to buy it. Its two main slogans were, Apple reinvents the phone, and this is only the beginning. For a device that reportedly reinvented a category, the original iPhone lacked some important features that other smartphones already had at that time, including 3G connectivity and a GPS.
This changed everything again. 1 year after releasing the iPhone 3GS, Apple introduced the iPhone 4 in June 2010. This is significantly thinner than its predecessor 9.3mm versus 12.3mm, and is notable for being the first iPhone with a Retina display of 3.5 inches with 960 x 640 and 326 ppi, the highest pixel density on any phone at that time. Other new features included a 5MP rear camera with flash, VGA, front-facing camera, a single-core Apple A4 processor clocked at 1 GHz, and 512 of RAM. All these novelties prompted Apple to search for a really bold slogan, and it ultimately found it. This changed everything again.